Hi there, I'm Bullock, your stress management mentor. Today we're going to talk about affirmations and self-hypnosis, the dynamic duo. Why do I call these the dynamic duo? As separate tools, both affirmations and self-hypnosis are very powerful. Combined together, they magnify each other beyond the sum of the parts. Just to give you a heads up, in this session I'm going to explain aspects of the process of how self-hypnosis and affirmations work together, and we will also do 2 short hypnosis exercises incorporating positive affirmations. The concept of affirmations is discussed a lot these days, but they are not a new thing. An affirmation is the idea of encapsulating a positive idea in a phrase to help us focus on something we want to achieve. It could be better health, a new job, abundance. Hypnotists have been using affirmations for decades. We just call them positive suggestions or just suggestions. Affirmations are a great idea, but you have to be careful with affirmations for a couple of important reasons. These days, many people push the idea of affirmations as if saying a few words in your mind will just magically change everything in your life. But saying the same thing over and over again is not really enough. Don't get me wrong, there certainly is a place for affirmations and positive thoughts and suggestions. But sadly, they are not the magic spell that some seem to want you to believe they are. Many people go to lectures, workshops and seminars. They get all pumped up with a head full of complex aphorisms, and a week to 10 days later, it's all gone. There's no practical application. You really need to have a more considered, long-term strategy incorporating affirmations, physical and mental relaxation, mind-focused techniques, and importantly, an actual strategy for putting your plans in place to enable you to really benefit from them. Just saying the words and sitting back thinking that it will all just come to you and land in your lap is a recipe for frustration. You do have to do the work. The basic theory of affirmations is that they are something we say with our conscious mind in the hope that our subconscious mind will act on them. So far, so good. The way I look at the subconscious mind is that it is like an amazing 3D video recorder, recording pretty much everything that ever happens to us. Now, certain things can interfere with the accuracy or details of these memories. For example, an alcoholic blackout or an extreme stress situation. But in general, it is pretty good, as long as we are actually paying attention to what is happening, that we are in the moment, that we are in a flow state. The subconscious mind is also the part of us that learns the things we teach it, reading and writing, how to drive, the things we have practiced. But there is something else about the subconscious mind that is very important to understand. Basically, it takes everything literally. It doesn't care what you teach it. If you teach it good habits and patterns, it'll certainly just say, sure, I can do that. It will effectively learn them. On the other hand, if you teach it bad habits and patterns, it will also very effectively learn them as well. Take, for example, a common affirmation many people use. I'm going to lose weight. Sounds simple enough, doesn't it? However, this one has a few problems. Firstly, the word lose. How do you consciously feel when you lose something? It's not a good feeling, is it? Because of the way our mind habitually uses words, we often say very negative things to ourselves and others without even noticing. And as I said, because the subconscious is fundamentally literal, all it really gets from the phrase above is, I am weight. In my opinion, a much better suggestion might be something like, I can and I do manage my eating easily. That's a more holistic way of looking at it. You already consciously know what you want to achieve. You only need to keep that positive image in your mind. It doesn't have to go into gruesome detail. As long as you do some sensible exercise, eat sensible amounts of foods that you know are going to help you to achieve your goal, drink plenty of water and practice your relaxation self-hypnosis exercises with a positive attitude, you'll probably surprise yourself at how quickly you can be the way you want to be. In this way, you gain benefits and don't lose anything. It's much more of just letting it go. We don't need or want the excess weight, so let it go. We maintain a positive focus on what we want rather than what we don't want. I hope you're getting the idea that the words we say to ourselves are vitally important to our overall well-being. So choose all your words and your self-talk very carefully. Before I go into more detail, let's very quickly do a self-hypnosis exercise and begin incorporating some open-ended positive suggestions. If we accept this thesis, then it is important to create a strategy where we can give ourselves positive, open-ended suggestions, affirmations, which will be taken on by our subconscious mind and used with the intent our conscious mind created them with. Positive, open-ended suggestions. Self-hypnosis is the perfect way to really confirm our commitment to these ideas, and they will go straight to the subconscious mind. So get yourself comfortable. Make sure it's safe to take a few moments to do this relaxation exercise. No driving, cooking, operating equipment. So to keep this exercise really simple and to show you how quickly you can start using these techniques, just close your eyes and take a few deep breaths. Breathe in and hold the breath in for a moment, and then very slowly breathe out and say to yourself, I am calm and relaxed at all times, and let the tension go. Take a second deep breath. As you breathe out, I am calm and relaxed at all times. Let all the tension go. And then a third deep breath. I am calm and relaxed at all times. And let yourself sink down. Notice how quickly you can relax if you let it happen. And don't you want to be calm and relaxed at all times? I don't know anyone who wants to be tense and uptight at all times. So just say it again. I am calm and relaxed at all times. Very good. Let your neck and shoulders go loose. Let any tension go. Take another deep breath, and when you're ready, open your eyes again. You've just very quickly used self-hypnosis and positive open-ended affirmations for about a minute. You have just changed your mind so easily. If you practice even a simple exercise like this, you'll quickly get very good at this. The real underlying concept of affirmations is to change your mind, to think about what you want, to focus on where you want to go, not what you don't want. So let's just quickly discuss that affirmation. I am calm and relaxed at all times. This affirmation is unlimited and actually indicates to our subconscious mind what we actually do want without getting bogged down in any unnecessary details. We don't want to confuse the subconscious mind by layering too many concepts. So a not so open-ended suggestion is something like this. When things are stressful, I choose to remain quiet and calm. It uses too many unnecessary words. The idea is good, but it's just too complex. Keep it simple. Another overly complex affirmation would be, my mind always chooses to focus on thoughts that make me calm and happy. It's quite unlikely that this will really make a difference. I'd use something more like, every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. Now, you may have heard this one before. It was published way back in the 1920s by Emile Coué from his marvellous book, Self-Mastery Through Conscious Autosuggestion. self-mastery through conscious autosuggestion. Autosuggestion is an even older word for affirmation. Every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. Can you see how this suggestion is open-ended and non-specific, non-limiting? You really can't beat it. It's like a global affirmation that covers all the positive bases. Because we intrinsically know what we want, how we want to be. In day-to-day life, our minds are jumping around all over the place, dealing with all sorts of different situations. Sometimes it's very difficult to maintain our focus. Why make things more complicated by swamping our subconscious mind with so many overly complex affirmations that it really doesn't know what to do with them all? And if they're not open-ended suggestions, there's the risk that the subconscious mind, which, as I said, takes everything literally, may interpret your affirmations differently to your conscious intention. The words we say to ourselves, our inner dialogue, is very important. If we're constantly giving ourselves a hard time, we're going to get a hard time. If we can keep creating a mindset that helps us to be on track and stay focused on how you want to be, how you want to live, it can really make a big difference. It can help you to learn to deal with the obstacles and challenges of life, which is a major part of survival. When things are not working out the way you would like them to, it's useful to initiate these processes so that you can put yourself back on track and remotivate yourself. This is where the synergy between self-hypnosis and affirmations really becomes useful and powerful. Once we have worked out what our positive, open-ended suggestion is going to be, we can enter self-hypnosis and give ourselves that suggestion while in the relaxed state, the receptive state. We can reprogram ourselves. In this way, we're making direct contact with our subconscious mind and truly empowering it with the concepts that we really want to achieve. Let me just make a quick suggestion here. If you have a realization about yourself while you're watching and listening to this, take a note. It may come in handy later on. You can always pause the video and just write down the realizations that you have. Many people talk about mindset, but few take the time to get down to the basics of how a mindset, or more specifically, your mindset, is constructed. I'm not a scientist. My thoughts on this are a combination of my personal experiences and memories, as well as from working with thousands of clients over many years of therapeutic sessions. I've dealt with real people who have day-to-day problems, day-to-day goals. My goal as a therapist is always to simplify their outcomes and to give them practical, enabling tools to deal with their day-to-day, starting today. And what I'm talking about are the kinds of things that I talk to them about. When I speak of mindset, it's not some hip new age concept with no foundation or considered focus. It's much more than that. It's as much about dealing with life's challenges as it is about setting goals. It's how you deal with everything that you do and create. as well as dealing with everything that happens in your life and handle those challenges. It's how you focus on and practice your skills. It's developing the knowledge, experience, and the enthusiasm required to achieve these goals. It's also about having tools to deal with the stresses and strains that arise when things don't go exactly to your liking, in such a way that you can do it without losing sight of your longer-term goals. The important thing about mindset is recognizing your uniqueness and developing that to differentiate yourself from everyone else. A few years ago, Brian Eno, who was in Roxy Music and basically the creator of ambient music, one of the most creative musicians and musical producers of all time, was being interviewed. The following comment is what mindset is all about. He said, "We underestimate innovation. Everybody in this room will form 6 or 7 sentences today that nobody else has ever said. In the world of art, everything we do is innovation. It's impossible to do something that is exactly the same as something someone else has done." Now, not only that, but every day, everyone on this planet will think and do something that no one else on the planet will. That's an absolute minimum of 8 billion unique experiences every day. Our life experience is absolutely unique from conception onwards. No one else could possibly have the same experiences as you. And ultimately, that's what really differentiates each one of us, and indeed challenges us all to find our own unique ways of facing and dealing with the world as we perceive it. Because you see it unlike anyone else. That's important as well, how we perceive the world. There are no rules about this. We can look at all of our experiences as positive, negative, or neutral. Ultimately, it's not what happens around us or to us, but how we deal with that. That's what's important. We pretty much invent it every single day by the choices we make. So let's do another quick self-hypnosis session to really get these ideas settled into our minds. Once again, get nice and comfortable, close your eyes, and take 3 deep breaths. Once again, as you're exhaling, say to yourself, "I am calm and relaxed at all times. I am calm and relaxed at all times. I am calm and relaxed at all times." Good. Now, just continue to relax and listen to my words. I would like you to use your imagination and think about something that you could do today that would help you to improve your life. It could be eating better, doing more exercise, working harder on your studies, dealing more calmly with a difficult person. Just pick something relevant to you and imagine doing it the way you would like to do it if you could really do it to the best of your ability. Spend a few moments imagining that right now. So now that you have that idea in mind, take another big deep breath, and as you breathe out, say to yourself, "I easily achieve the goals I set for myself. I easily achieve the goals I set for myself. I easily achieve the goals I set for myself." Take another nice big deep breath and open your eyes. I hope you can see how the simple process of combining self-hypnosis techniques with positive open-ended affirmations can make a difference in how you think and feel. Practice these ideas a few times a day and you'll quickly notice your life changing for the better. You'll be more calm and relaxed, confident, happier. Now, I have lots of other videos which deal with things like stress management, sleeping better, meditation and mindfulness. Please remember to subscribe, like and share these with your friends and family. Anyone you think would benefit from some real positivity. Remember to breathe and don't get stressed about relaxing. See you in the next one.